All right, today we're doing pasta alla Gricia. I love pasta alla Gricia. Every time I have it, I say, praise alla Gricia. You probably could actually make it a little more Middle Eastern flavor, maybe with like some za'atar. Probably very similar, except the flavor is just much more explosive. Pasta alla Gricia actually comes from an Italian city called Amatrice, or as Americans pronounce it, where? What? You're gonna have to repeat yourself, son. I can't understand your foreign tongue. And it's one of the best pasta you'll ever have in your entire life, especially considering how little time it takes to make. This recipe only has 4 ingredients, so that means every one of them needs to be amazing. There's no room for phoning it in here. You hear me, green top cheese people? First, we'll start with the pasta. This is a spaghetti, but it's not just any spaghetti. This is spaghetti from Gragnano. You'll see it on the bag. It'll say right on there, pasta di Gragnano, which means pasta di Gragnano. Now, I've talked in other videos about the importance of really good pasta. You can check it out up here. As much as I disparage brands like Chef Boyardee, I share a lot in common with Chef Boyardee actually, because I too am kind of Italian inspired and conceived in Ohio. But if you don't have access to the good stuff, get whatever you can. It's still gonna be amazing. Next up is the guanciale. Now, I'd always heard that this recipe had to be made with guanciale, not pancetta, not bacon. So I went to the Italian Academy of the Kitchen, and on their recipe it says you can use guanciale or pancetta. So I wrote them a lovely little email and I said, how does it feel to be wrong? Italians, can't trust them. Now, guanciale is a pork product. It's basically cured pork jowls. We all owe a debt of gratitude to that first freak who decided to eat the cheeks. Could you imagine being there, you know, they're slaughtering a pig or whatever, and people are like, oh yeah, I'll take a hock, give me some ribs. And then some weirdo walks up. Has anyone claimed these? No, what's that? The cheeks. Get out of here, dude. This is guanciale. Look at how fat it is with just a little bit of meat in there. This is so good. Next is freshly ground black pepper. Now, I say freshly ground for a reason. You don't want to buy pre-ground stuff. All the flavor, all the aroma, and all the freshness is gone. Like my dreams of getting on Broadway. When you crack it, it should smell fresh. You should be able to kind of smell the berryness of them. It's almost fruity. Now last up, Pecorino Romano. Don't get the pre-grated stuff. You're better off buying sawdust. That's it. I'm gonna weigh out 2 liters of water and add that to a pan large enough to cook all the pasta. I'm also gonna weigh out 20 grams of diamond crystal kosher salt. I'm gonna set that over high heat and then just let it simmer while I get everything else going. Now, let's grate the cheese. So normally I like to use a microplane grater, but we're gonna try something else today. I'm gonna try measuring out the exact quantity of cheese I need and then throw it in a Vitamix blender. Jeez, look at this. It's like getting pre-grated, except you can do all the work yourself. For the guanciale, we're gonna cut that into about 1 centimeter cubes, or about ½ inch or so. So we're gonna fry the guanciale over medium heat in a cast iron pan. You can use whatever pan you have, I don't think that's too important. Once I notice a lot of the fat starting to render out, I'll go ahead and turn the heat down a little bit because I don't want it to burn. If it starts smelling a little bit smoky, that's when you know to turn the heat down. Now, once the guanciale is fried on all sides, we're gonna spoon it into a fine mesh strainer set over a cup or a jar or some sort of bowl. Don't throw away the rendered fat. Also, don't throw away the guanciale. Next, let's add the pasta to the water. Usually about halfway through the cooking time, I like to spoon out some of the water into the cheese to start making my sauce. Once you've got a nice sauce, transfer the pasta over, toss to combine, add the guanciale and the pepper, and then serve. All right, that's all for this one. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next video.